Hi guys. My my little friend here can't. If I sit down, she's points into my lap. If you ever seen a red min pin before, hold on. Let me see. She's so cute, aren't you? Give me kisses. So happy Saturday, you guys. My morning meditations were fairly neutral today, but I wanted to get on here because I was thinking about something yesterday um, about directions in life, right? Once you get to a certain place and you've kind of cleared out all your fear, negative thinking, makes you really want to be able to share knowledge with the community to be able to do that so that they can choose their own direction and make people feel like they don't need to, that they can, there's always two options as far as being creative. You can become creative as part of a team and create something, but there's always a healthy way and an unhealthy way to do that. The businesses that we see now, in society are generally pretty unhealthy when it comes to group cooperative creation versus individual creation. So individual creation is all about balance, and the same thing goes with the group. So what do I mean by that? Right? Masculine, feminine energy, balance. So right now I am in my masculine energy speaking, right? Everything that happens above here is masculine. Everything that comes below your heart space is feminine. Your attractive energy. Like, you're ingesting food. Whatever you're putting into your body is, your, you use your masculine energy first to reach out, grab it, throw it in your mouth, and then eat it. But there's a reason why, fasting has a really positive effect, because if you think about it, you're using your creative circuit to feed on your environment. Instead of, if you're purely creative, just purely creative, then you will get, because it's all non-physical energy coming out, you'll get non-physical energy coming back that you can, that keeps, it's like you're a conductor, right? We're all a conductor, and you're moving up this way because you're not pulling yourself back down with your creative circuit, right? When you feed on your environment energetically in any way, whether it be eating food, I got my mojo here, or anyway, thinking negatively about yourself, negatively about the people around you, you're pulling yourself down. So it's like you're a conductor in a field of intelligence, and the way you feel about yourself will reflect itself in the world around you, and that's what keeps you in a place energetically. So people talk about raising their vibration all the time, but there's not really people talk about meditative techniques and then manifestation techniques where you visualize something and then meditate on it and then come to a state where you embody an emotional state of feeling like you're already there, right? And that's true. You can do that. However, it ignores the art of creation. So the law of creation is really the ultimate law, because the law of creation dictates what kind of thoughts you're creating, because this is your creative circuit. What thoughts you're creating that is starting that process of how you're feeling and what you're doing for yourself, how you're, you want to. It's always an internal play of what energies you're allowing to come into your field and how you can transmute that energy, because you can transmute any energy coming at you And learning to do that enables you to redirect that energy. I can give you an example. When you're working in groups, and I've noticed, every person in a group, doesn't matter who you are, you are infinitely, you have no idea how powerful each and every one of you guys are. I mean, because I can observe it. Once you're more conscious and you start to observe the actions and reactions of the people around you, you will see how they are impacting their environment. Each person is impacting their environment. Even if you sit there and say nothing, right? You're impacting it. At that point, you kind of become a weight. You're always a weight. It always feels like you're a weight pulling on people's energy when you're in some kind of state of like competition or arguing, right? Now, you can enter into conflict and conflict's okay because you're always going to be in conflict with somebody that's trying to pull off their environment, and you can transmute that energy. But you can do it in a way where it actually doesn't upset the person that's doing that, if that makes sense. Because you can disarm that. If you know what you're doing, you can disarm it. Because, like I said, you are infinitely more powerful than you can imagine. I don't know why this conversation is going this direction, but it obviously is going this direction for a reason. And, one of my passions is, so I'm creating a project, and this is kind of a sneak peek. My passion has always been children. I love children. Children, they always represent, and I had this conversation with a friend of mine a while back, children always represent an opportunity for the next generation to cure the dysfunctions of the previous generation, right? So with every new generation, there's a mending. You can, the individual, in order to ascend in this lifetime, you really have to just pull yourself away from every type of energy in your environment. That's why you'll see the most energetically active and knowledgeable people spiritually will almost always be single. If you're in any kind of codependent relationship, you're always you're getting pulled into somebody else's energy, and it depends where they're at, right? So, I mean, for me personally, my personal and I would love to hear you guys' comments or thoughts on this one, is to raise myself energetically to a point where, because somebody else is doing the same thing. So every single one of us has somebody out there that is it's part of the nature of reality. There's going to be a mirroring effect to everything that all of us do. There's always going to be somebody out there that's doing the exact same thing that you are, maybe even thinking the exact same thing. And you probably have never met them yet. And if you have, I don't know, what are they doing? It's hard for me to say because I don't scry into other people's energy. That's a no for me. For any of you guys out there, if you guys are high priests, high priestesses, I would strongly recommend not to do that. Spiritual news is one thing, when you're just reading the news, just the energetic feel of what's going on, letting people know. It's like, yeah, we all know that for those of us that are putting positive energy out there, there's going to be a big group that they're trying to pull energy, you're trying to stop that energy because you're changing the field. You're actually changing the field by teaching people how to transmute all the energy in their environment to something positive. So there's always going to be somebody trying to pull you back. In order to control society, you got to keep it at a certain energetic state. And if the energetic state of the society is going up, there's nothing you can do. And Project Looking Glass, actually, they found out through infinite numbers of computer models. They had a giant supercomputer run simulations over and over and over to see if the current power structure was going to stay in power, and there's just zero chance. So those of you that get wrapped up in politics and stuff, that's just total waste of time, right? That system is going bye-bye. It's a control-based system. And anytime you're trying to control somebody else's energy by negatively pulling off of it, you're controlling reality in two different ways, positive or negative, just two polarities. You can siphon energy from people, or you can push energy into them, right? You become source, or you see something out there as your source and you pull energy from it. Everything is about controlling your own energy. Two options, but you're controlling reality whether you want to or not. So that's the way you're controlling reality. So if over 50% of the population is in a negative mindset and pulling energy from their environment, we get what we see now. And then people can take advantage of that. But if over 50% of the population are putting positive energy into their environment and changing the world that way, then it becomes harder and harder to pull energy from somebody. For one thing, if they're self-aware, it's different when you're empathic and you're just letting anybody in and letting anybody take your energy that you want, right? Like, let's say if I answered every text that I got on Facebook and LinkedIn, I'd just be like, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it'd be endless, right? No way. You have to be able to manage your own energy. And so, especially if you're doing anything in the public, if you're an entrepreneur, a business person, there's no way that you can serve everybody, every individual that shows up. You have to be very discerning as far as what people's intentions are, set strong boundaries. I reach out to people every once in a while, mostly just YouTubers. I've never had a response because YouTubers, especially if you've got 90,000 viewers or even 5,000 viewers, you're probably getting so many emails and interacting with so much of the public that, for one thing, if you get one email from me, it's like it's just going to go, it's somebody you've never met before, and you're not going to be that interested, right? Who cares? But and the same thing's going to go, goes for me. I get so many emails that I just back burner. No, don't answer them. But you use your discernment. Like if somebody wrote me a very personalized email, I would definitely respond. But most of the time, they're just business emails. It's just like, hey, you need help with your visual development or blah, blah, blah. Nah. I don't know. I'm on here just bullshitting with you guys, just telling you all this stuff. But it's like everyday stuff that you have to think about and how to manage your energy. Everything's about managing your energy. And so I'm just vocalizing all this stuff so that you understand how to come into a place of balance. It's all about balance. Balancing yourself and just do what you want to do. Don't, life's about the journey and enjoying the time with your children and your family and friends. And for me personally, what I found that has worked best for me is to be, you're running you're always running three different projects, three different programs in your biofield, right? Yourself, self-care, which is number one. Two, your friends and family, what kind of energy you're putting into your friends and family. They're going to be in various states. And so making sure that you're putting positive energy into those people as much as possible. So when I say managing energy and cutting off, siphoning energy, people around you will need help at times, and don't be afraid to help them, right? I mean, it's ridiculous for anybody to just say, well, it's just me, right? You have to stay balanced. Give when it's time to give, but don't give so much of yourself that you can't give to yourself, right? Take care of yourself. You have to be balanced. Third one is, what are you doing for the world at large? And if you're not doing anything for the world at large, that's fine. You can click off 3 if you don't want to, because 3 is going to be a solo entrepreneurial business thing, right? What are you doing for the world at large? And if you prioritize that one over the other 2, you're going to suffer. That goes for all of you guys out there that are doing something for the community, your business, or whatever. Make sure you're prioritizing the other 2 first. Yourself, your friends and family, community at large. That one always comes third. Because the first two is your well-being. The third one can be fulfilling, and that can become your friends and family, but you can only spend so much time with so many people at once, right? I'd love to go to parties. Big, ball, whatever. As many people as possible. I love that. But I can only spend so much time with the people that night in that big area. And more than likely, I'm going to want to spend some quality time with somebody, maybe somebody that I meet there. So manage your time. You don't have to please everybody. And YouTube is an excellent way to do this, right? Because I can get on here and speak to you guys, and it could reach 5 people, it could reach 10,000 people. Great. That means that I don't have to, interact with you personally, but I'm still sharing my energy with you, right? And so, in a lot of ways, YouTube creates a very excellent channel to be able to share your energy with the people that may not know you, and you might attract somebody that you really are glad that you met later. Love you guys. I'm gonna keep this in short. Let's pull an oracle card. Alexa, what's an oracle card?
An oracle card is a type of card that is used for creating database applications. It is also known as a hypercard for Macintosh. Did that answer your question?
No. Well, kind of.
Feedback.
All right. Alexa. I don't know why, but it's always been easier for me to shuffle with my left hand. Hope.
Good morning, Brian.
Good morning. Hope. Hope, guys. And you guys are free. I saw a really good post from somebody on YouTube yesterday or last night. Hope. Or not hope, but you're free to do whatever you like. That's one message, excellent message that all of you should learn. Don't feel like you got to be pulled into any direction. Number one, take care of yourself. But you still have to, unless you're involving yourself and pouring your energy out into somebody around you, friends, family, spouses, then you're going to be, isolation ends up in a mental health problem, because you're all of us are conductors that need to breathe into each other to feel like you're being fulfilled in some way. And so, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Love you guys. Have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next video.